think it worked? It did.
Yes.
There we go. We are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Agent Outreach Live. Landry, it's Thanksgiving week. It is crazy. I don't know about you, but this year flew by.
It did.
It was like I blinked, and before I knew it, we are end of the year, and I'm looking at how to offset taxes. I'm looking at what 2024 looks like. There's a lot of really cool, but scary, exciting, anxious. There's a lot of good feelings right now around this time of year, but it's Thanksgiving week. So first off, obviously, thankful, grateful, appreciating everything that Batch does for us and all that we have to offer in real estate, on top of just being able to spend time with those that we love, friends, family, colleagues. And then obviously, to last part, giving back. Love being able to give back around this time of the year, especially this week. Just a lot of appreciation and gratitude. Just try to always make sure I spread that around this time of year.
So. Yeah, same here. Yeah, I can't believe that it's about to be 2024. It just blows my mind. And yeah, I feel those feelings of just gratitude and thankfulness, and, try to never lose sight of that as well. So
for sure. I love that. Love that. Well, guys, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. My name is Ryan Zolin. I have an amazing co-host, Landry Morby. She works with BatchLeads, Batch Services. This show is brought to you typically inside of the Batch office, but because of it being the holiday week and also full transparency, I didn't want to drive. I'm at my house. So with that, Agent Outreach Live is a show where we cover real estate investing strategies, specifically in the wholesaling space, where if you're trying to get your first deal, welcome. This is the be all save all. If you have already done your first deal and you're looking to add more tools to the tool belt, welcome. What makes this strategy sexy to people? Well, it's the fact that it doesn't cost you anything in money. So you can go out there, you can contact real estate agents, you could submit offers on the MLS. You could do this business model very efficiently, and you could double down and make it your entire focus, which is what I've done. That could turn into a $500,000 a year, $1 million a year business. At a certain point, you obviously do have to scale it. You have to outsource, delegate, create a business, right? It's not a hobby. The other side of things, the other side of the coin, this is the one thing. Do not hate me. I am not trying to be that guy. I'm just the messenger. If you're trying to do direct to seller marketing, it's not that it doesn't work. It's just that it is extremely difficult when you're first getting started. Hence why I said, if you are first getting started, this is the best place to start. All that said, direct to seller does work. Going and doing every strategy in real estate works. What doesn't work is when you don't have experience, you don't have money, you don't have any understanding of what you're trying to accomplish, and some guru on the internet told you to go buy a list or go and spend money on a CRM or whatever the system is, when you don't even have it. That's okay. Like, you don't need it. You don't need that experience. You don't need to go and have the best CRM. You don't need to go out there and even work on a team necessarily. What you need to do is just start by taking action. I'm not going to give you all the cliche BS of you got to go and stay consistent 24/7 and just wake up and cold plunge and all that stuff. If it works for you, by all means, continue. What I care about is giving you actionable steps that are money-making activities, and then tell you to be consistent off of that. So that's what I try to do by leading with from the front here. Is if I could go in and make calls to agents and submit offers on the MLS, I want to show you guys that I could do this from the comfort of my own home. I could do this in any market. And then on top of that, I could do this consistently. There is always new deals on the MLS. There is always agents that are looking to help people buy and sell real estate. Is there always someone that when you go direct to seller is the only person that you're the only person they've contacted? No. Are you the only person that has reached out to them? Absolutely not. So a lot of this stuff comes down to not just your skill set or how good your systems are or how good the data is. A lot of it really is right place, right time. And that goes for our strategy too. So if timing is something that is a borderline consistent, well, the only other thing we have to remember is that what isn't consistent is direct to seller. What isn't consistent is going out there and trying to spend tens of thousands of dollars every single month when you're first getting started. One of the main rules of small business is to stay in business. So let's first off turn this from a fun, exciting hobby we found on the internet to an actual existing business that has structure and discipline.
Love it. I love that about agent outreach. And once again, you already talking about it, where you can make this your business model and really hone in and focus on it. But for people that, once again, are kind of just in those beginning stages or trying to push themselves to make that first move or take that first step, I think this is a great strategy to, once again, it's free. The stuff that we'll show you guys today and how we're getting these lists that Ryan's going to call within seconds, to have their phone numbers and then not spend any money doing it, which is pretty awesome.
For sure. And there's 2 points I'm going to make. One of them I'm going to bring up as a reminder at the end because it's going to be kind of some homework, but a cool little community activity that you guys are more than welcome to take place on tomorrow. The other piece to it too, I want to make sure you guys understand with this whole thing, what we're doing, it really isn't rocket science. We kind of always have this infamous saying around this strategy of like, this business is simple, but it's not easy. It really is just 2 things. It's conversations and offers. This is a really, really, really bad year in real estate for a lot of investors. If you guys didn't know this statistic, I shared this earlier inside of our family tree call with those that are brokerage. Did you guys know that this year, as of this week, there's 1 realtor leaving the industry every 6 minutes? We've been doing this show for 5 minutes, 41 seconds. We are 15 seconds away from a realtor being out of the industry. Every 6 minutes, a realtor is exiting because they are unable to go and do this business.
That blows
so
my
if that's
mind.
what your competition's doing, what does that tell you? This is not fear-minded. This is not, oh my gosh, the NAR lawsuit is collapsing the industry and realtors are screwed. This is the time to capitalize. You want to know what most people do towards this time of year? They take their foot off the gas. How many people say, I'm going to buy after the first of the year? I'm going to wait for interest rates to go down. Sounds to me like a feeding frenzy of opportunity for you on the MLS. Sounds to me like a feeding frenzy for you by going and just picking up your phone and calling a realtor. So as I mentioned, interactive and community stuff, going to give you guys a first piece of homework here. If you guys don't mind, put it in the chat below what market you want to see. Landry, we have 2 today that we're picking between.
Yeah, either Phoenix or Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay. So either Phoenix or Knoxville, Tennessee. Either one of those markets. Let's do Phoenix 1. Let's put 1 in the chat if you guys want to see Phoenix. Put 2 if you want to see Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm obviously based in Arizona. I'm going to be doing this anyway after the fact of calling agents in this local market. But if you guys would rather see Tennessee because that's a virtual market, please let us know in the comments. 1 for Phoenix, 2 for Knoxville. Cool. Got all the comments popping. I think this is a clear winner, Landry.
I think so too. Yeah, I got this from one of the community members and I was like, okay, we haven't done Knoxville yet. So
I love it. Let's make sure we talk about some things we haven't talked about before on the show when it comes to what do I need in order to succeed with this strategy? Because I know a lot of people are somewhat going to create a limiting belief. They're going to put some type of obstacle in front of them that just is a reason that they don't take action, kind of ties into a limiting belief. Or you're just going to make some excuse and say that charmingly good looking guy on the camera just sounds so perfect on the phones. He never messes up. Trust me. I get it. Okay. But what I want to encourage is that you guys, this is year 8 coming up. So this strategy specific is year 4. So 4 years into this strategy, I feel very confident on the phone calls. Why? It's because I put in the reps. The more reps you put in, the more likely you are going to succeed. And also it becomes easier. So let's talk about what we need when we're going in and having these conversations with agents. So first off, why would I call a real estate agent? Well, I mentioned direct to seller. Direct to seller, you're calling someone that has high motivation, supposedly, assuming you pulled the right list, you know what person to go and target, right? Direct to seller, you are one of many investors going after this. Whereas with real estate agents, could you be the only person that this realtor is talking to? Probably not. But do you think that there's 50 people contacting that one realtor in a day?
No.
The only way that a realtor is getting contacted by multiple investors right now in this current market is through agent outreach in the form of text blasting. Which, sorry to say this, I mean, we were kind of one of the first people to start the wave of mass agent outreach texting. Right now, if you're not standing out, you are failing in agent outreach texting. You probably don't have the right system. You don't have the right follow-up messages. More importantly, and this is not meant to be a right hook, you don't have the right personality. At the end of the day, if you're using a VA or you are just naturally introverted, don't like talking to people, this is still easier than direct to seller. You're not going to get cussed out. But what you have to do to separate yourself with agents is be relatable. I'm not going out there trying to sound like the most sophisticated, best investor out there. I'm going out there trying to be the guy that's legitimately needing help. Why would I need help? Because at the end of the day, the hardest part of being a real estate agent is to go out there and find a client. So if they're actively prospecting, looking for buyers and for sellers, I am a buyer. That's it. I'm not jumping in saying, my name is Ryan. I'm the wholesaler that watches a bunch of YouTube videos and I'm hoping you could send me properties that I have no intention of buying. I'm saying, my name is Ryan. I'm a real estate investor. I'm looking for a house to purchase before the end of the year. Do you think you could help me out?
Yeah.
What would happen after that? The real estate agent's going to start asking me questions. They're going to qualify me just like they should.
Yeah.
At that point.
I love the way that you position yourself with that too. Like, let them take the lead.
Why
And you're
not?
the one, yeah.
Why not? And I think at the end of the day, this is supposed to be a conversation. This isn't supposed to be a script. This isn't supposed to be something where I'm using some mass sales skills to try to manipulate the agent. No, I'm trying to go out there and just be a legitimate human being. And guess what? This is a B2B. This is business to business relationship where at the end of the day, who does business with each other? People that they know, like, and trust.
Mm.
That's it.
Exactly. Yeah,
All right.
that's what I love about this is it's all relationship based, talking to
Mhm.
people, connecting. And sometimes, and I know you've brought this up before, what was it? It was something that you had, was it one of the biggest deals? I can't remember that it was like over 11-month period or something
Oh
like
my
that.
gosh. Yeah. It took
Was
us
that the
11
biggest
months.
one or what was the significance of that one?
We had a deal that took us 11 months, started it last, I think it was March. March or April. We closed at the
Mhm.
beginning of this year, but it was $100-something thousand
Oh
deal.
yeah. Okay. So yeah, it was a
So
really massive,
it was a
really
six-figure
awesome deal.
check, and we've fortunately had a handful of these come through. But in this case, where this one was significant is that I just tell the story. It took 11 months. How many of you that are listening here are willing to follow up with somebody for 11 months, where month after month, month after month, week after week, nothing is coming of it? Why would I keep going? I saw potential.
Yeah.
What is potential? Willingness, ambition, likeness. This is all stuff of traits of an agent that I want to work with consistently. This may not have any indication on if they're a broker or if they're a realtor, just a regular agent. This has no indication on how experienced they are versus being brand new. I don't care about anything at all other than the fact that they are willing to help me out and how much they are willing to go and put in work. I'm not asking them to write 80 offers in a day. I'm not asking them to go out there and do all the legwork for me, but we need to be on the same page and they need to understand what value they bring to the table while I understand the value I bring.
Yes. 100%.
Cool.
Love it.
All right, let's call
Yes,
some
I
agents.
always love that.
We're calling Knoxville,
Yep.
and the first agent I'm calling is Mark. Now,
Wait, really quick.
I was gonna say
So
before I
this
call.
before, yeah, okay. I'll just show you guys what I'm going to be doing in the background. I always have Ryan's back and just make note of these conversations with these agents. And if you guys, we'll give you a link later, but if you guys already have it, which I know a lot of you guys are here from the community, and I talk to you all the time, you guys have it obviously, that if you haven't tried it yet, it's just an agent outreach right here in BatchLeads. Type in your area and pull up the search. Today, who I pulled was a list of agents that have between 3 to 5 active listings. So I made it kind of a range rather than just having a minimum, just so we don't get, pull up a bunch of brokers just in case. And then also a range of 3 to 5 sold listings in the past 6 months. So you can do like a time frame, you can do all this crazy stuff. It pulls up the list of agents and you legit get everything you need. I got all the phone numbers. I didn't have to skip trace. I didn't have to do anything to get their info here. You can pull it off. Like I exported it for Ryan and sent it over to him through text. So he can just tap on it. And then you get all the stats, the info, their listings that they have active, that have expired, et cetera, et cetera. So pretty awesome stuff. If you guys haven't tried this yet, or if you're going to be jumping into BatchLeads, that's where we got this info of agents that I sent over to Ryan. So
Cool beans.
pretty awesome.
Let's rock and roll.
Okay.
And also, just disclaimer, the reason it's all blurred out, we love YouTube, but YouTube doesn't love us the same. So unfortunately, we can't put people's public information, even though real estate agents are a licensed commercial number, but it's okay. It's fine. We're all good. We're going to call some agents. We're starting off with Mark. Again,
Okay.
This is in Knoxville.
Hello, this is Mark.
Hey, Mark. My name's Ryan. I'm trying to find a licensed agent in Knoxville.
Okay, you have a referral for me?
I do not. I'm actually looking to purchase.
Oh, okay. I get so many scam calls, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Okay. So, I'd love to help you. What area are you looking at? What are you looking to buy?
For sure. No
I'm in the
worries.
construction zone here.
All good. Do you have like a minute to chat?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. So my name's Ryan. I'm based in Arizona, if you couldn't tell from my area code. But what I'm trying to do is purchase some properties out of state. So obviously the market's gotten a little bit tight across the country. And so what we started doing was expanding out to some different markets. Knoxville was one of them that kind of caught our radar. And so I'm doing some due diligence now, trying to make sure we've got a team assembled. So we've got some stuff scheduled with some contractors, with some hard money lenders. The only missing piece at the moment is a realtor, in which I would need help making sure the properties that we buy are obviously good investments, and then possibly helping list them on the end if we're flipping the property.
Awesome. And how did you find me?
To be completely honest, I use this cool software called BatchLeads, and they have like this section called Agent Outreach. So I just punched in Knoxville, and you were literally my first phone call.
Oh man, I appreciate that. Yeah. Awesome. BatchLeads.
Yeah, BatchLeads. I think they break it down based off of like production. I just punched in agents that have done like 3 to 5 deals so far this year, or that have 3 to 5 active listings.
Right. Awesome. Yeah. Do me a favor. I'm actually, I also flip homes, so I'm in the middle of a flip. I have nothing to write on. Is there where let me give you my email address. You can email me your information, and let's set up more time to talk in detail. If you want to talk this afternoon or
absolutely. If it's able to be done, this is my cell. Can you just send me over a text of the email address? And then perfect.
I'll do that.
Cool.
Ryan, right?
Yeah, Ryan.
All right. Thanks, Ryan. Looking forward to talking to you.
Appreciate it. Bye. So I call the realtor, first one. Let's just make this very clear. He's on a construction site of a flip he's doing. So he's also a buyer. He's obviously an investor-friendly agent. He's an active producing realtor. He answers his phone.
What more could you ask for? I mean, it's right there.
It's going to take a minute, like, just to make sure we put the emphasis on this. Like, how many of you spend tens of thousands of dollars in marketing and hope, first off, that you get an answer from a seller? And then on top of that, that it's a smooth conversation. And then there's actually potential at the end of the conversation. So one thing I want to make a note of really fast. A lot of people ask me the $1 million question, which is what's the script? Or the second one that I get very often is how long should this conversation be? First thing, like I mentioned, this is a conversation. Okay. So really what I'm trying to handle as any kind of objection is why they wouldn't want to work with me. So what would be a reason they wouldn't want to work with me? This is the only reasons I'm willing to accept. They tell me to stick it somewhere. They tell me that they do not work with investors. They tell me that there are no deals anywhere available at all, or they never answer their phone.
Yeah.
Those are the only 4 reasons as to why I wouldn't work with the realtor. Maybe add 5. I don't like them, but like even then I could put personal differences aside for business, right? I do a lot of deals with agents that I would not go and have a drink with, but I do business with. That's okay. So on the other side of things too, how long should the conversation be? The goal, this sounds crazy, and maybe this is a different level to it, but try to have it in 5 minutes or less. I think the very next level is 2 minutes or less. That conversation, especially when you talk to an agent that is investor friendly or an investor themselves, that was a 1 minute conversation. I was about to say phone call, but 1 minute conversation that I had with the guy because he's an investor. He doesn't have time to waste.
Yeah, but he's he wants to have the opportunity to meet with you after. So I feel like in that time period, you have the opportunity or get that out of the way to set something up or figure out if you're even going to be working with them. Like
100%.
those 4 or 5 reasons kind of thing. Just figure it out. Right,
so regardless, even if he couldn't bring me a deal, I can bring him one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go find another realtor, and I'm going to end up finding what Mark's buy box is. And then I'm going to tell the other realtors what Mark's buy box is. And then I'm going to be able to go in there and joint venture a deal. So whether I am an equity partner, I am just a joint venture partner, maybe I am a freaking wholesaler in the transaction, I don't care. I'm going to find a way to do a deal with Mark.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pretty rock solid. Love it. Is this Sarah next? Okay, cool.
They delete it.
This is Sarah. Can I help you?
Hey, Sarah. My name's Ryan. I'm trying to find an agent in the Knoxville area. Are you licensed?
I am.
Oh, awesome. Cool. I'm an investor. I'm based in Arizona, but I'm trying to find an agent in Knoxville because we're starting to open up that market as kind of one of our next targets going into 2024.
Okay. All righty.
Cool.
Do you want to go ahead and text me your information, like email address? And I'm on vacation right now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, completely understood.
Florida with my family.
Definitely take your time with the family. I'll make a note and I'll send you over a text. And then whenever you're back, just give me a shout back and we'll connect.
Okay. Wonderful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll be back Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
And then I'll be ready to rock and roll with you. All right.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Safe travels.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
I'm not traveling.
I always hate that when you're like, you too, and you're like,
dude, I said that the other night at dinner. The waiter came over, he's like, "Hey, I hope you enjoy your meal." I'm like, "You too." I'm like, he got me.
I know, I love that. There's been times like walking into a movie and you're like, why did I do this? Yeah,
all good.
Okay, Jason.
It happens. Alrighty. Also, too, chat was blown up there for a minute. I love that. What I really love to see is, because Landry and I take time out of our busy schedules to do this. Why would we do this? We don't make money from YouTube. I also want to be very transparent. If you guys sign up for Batch, I make a little bit of money. But with that said, what we do this show is for you guys. So if you guys can help yourself right now, do me a favor. Tell me if you are a buyer or a realtor, or even if you are trying to get your first deal in the comments, and what market you're in. So everybody comment in this YouTube video live, or if you're watching the replay, what market you're in, what your job title is, or what your role is in a transaction. If you wear multiple hats, feel free to tell them all. And then from there, what's going to end up happening, you're going to find somebody that's in your local market that you could collaborate with and go and do a deal. That's what I want to see. What market are you in? What job title are you? Any other information you guys want to say?
That's happened so many times. Like, I do those like weekly community calls, and sometimes it's like, sometimes we'll have like 9 people and sometimes there's like 2. Like, it's just like a pretty lax thing. And almost every time the past couple meetings, somebody gets on and they're in the same exact market. I'm like, there you go. Made a quick connection. I love to see it.
I love it. What's up, Luis? What does your contact rate look like on the holidays? We are currently at 100%. So I'm talking here 2 for 2. What I would say is, honestly, you'd be surprised. Again, with people taking their foot off the gas, a lot of opportunity is there. Cool.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Do you feel like there's a lot of people that just end up not calling because they just assume, nobody's available or whatever?
I have a lot of friends that have posted many stories of being on the golf course this week. And look, by all means, I wish I was there. But all that said, that's not even a shade at them, because they make a lot of money. And so that, they can do that. But if they're taking time away, that's my time.
You're like, I'll jump in there. Yeah.
Let's rock and roll. Calling Jason. Okay.
This is Jason.
Hey, what's up, Jason? My name is Ryan. I'm an investor in Arizona, trying to find a realtor based in Knoxville.
That's me.
Perfect.
How are you?
Perfect. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Awesome. Do you got a minute to chat? I just wanted to see if you'd be able to assist me.
Sure.
Cool. So full transparency, I got your number on a website called BatchLeads. I'm trying to find an agent in the area that could help me. Like I said, I'm based in Arizona. I fix and flip, and I've got some properties that we've got like as rentals, but we're expanding out to another market, and Knoxville is one of them. So I've got all my like relationships in line. The only one that I'm missing at the moment is like a rock star realtor. What I really need from a realtor, I don't want to waste their time, but if I were to flip a property, hopefully have them list it, hopefully have them kind of give me some advice and guidance on a new market. And then on top of that, possibly a purchase contract here and there if need be.
Sure. Absolutely.
Cool. Do you work with other investors, or am I the lucky one?
I work with a few, but like, what's your price range? Let me just ask you that.
Sure. So in Arizona, part of the reason why I'm transitioning out to other markets is the price. We've been buying in like the 600 to $1 million range, but realistically over the last few months, we've been playing around more in like the 300, 400 range. And that's just gotten pretty tight out here. So I would like to stay under 500,000, but I don't know how realistic that is.
Okay. Yeah. The other ones I have are over. It would be much better. Because there's not a lot of those. There's quite a bit under 500. So,
gotcha.
And obviously, it is a buyer's market right now.
I like that.
But and that's for anything under probably 350. Anything over 400 is taking a few weeks, which is not terrible. But we got so spoiled 2 years ago when it was. It was
like fairy tale time, right?
It was like 10, 15, 20 offers, 30, 40, 50,000 over asking. It was just nuts.
For sure.
No matter what the price range.
For
So
sure. Would you think I was crazy if I were to ask if you think we could get a property under contract before the end of the year?
Oh yeah. No, not crazy.
Cool.
No
Cool. We could definitely do that then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that it makes more sense to buy something like off the MLS, or do you think that like there's a lot of wholesalers out there that we could buy properties from? I've done both in Arizona. I'm just not really sure what the norm is out there.
The wholesalers, I deal with a ton of wholesalers because I fix and flip also. And my price range of buying is about, well, anything low, but I only go up to about 300 max, and I only do about 4 to 6 a year. So I don't do a ton of them. Actually, this year I've only done 2. I bought one I paid way too much for it at an auction. And I'm sitting on it right now. I totally redid it. Price point's 500, and it's just taken a while. That price point is, I think it's been on the market for 4 weeks. So it's taken 2, sometimes 3 months to sell on that price point, that 500.
Gotcha. And do you think that's probably affordability with the rates being high?
It is.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, because the inventory is still low here in Knoxville. And, I've been here for over 40 years, and I've been in real estate for quite a long time, been flipping for about 10 or 15 years. And it's crazy because, everybody, when the rates went down to numbers we'll never see again, they were like, well, I'm not paying over asking for a house. And I said, okay, no problem.
Yep.
You just wait till the rates go up, and you'll be able to you'll be all by yourself.
Yep.
But you're also going to be paying double the payment, and nobody listened. Well, I don't want to say nobody. There were some out there that didn't do it, and now they're whining about it. There's some that no matter what you do, they whine. So
100%, man. 100%.
But yes, the inventory is still low. I mean, 15 years ago in the East Tennessee area, there were over 15,000 homes on the MLS.
What's he doing right now? He's trying to qualify.
Now, this morning, I think there was 4,400.
And that's active?
Yes.
Okay.
And back 2 years ago, it got down to 1,300, which is when it was crazy.
Wow.
Oh, it was
that's
nuts.
a name your price market for sure.
Yes.
Okay.
It really was. But even in 2008, 2009, 2010, when it just absolutely collapsed everywhere else, it stayed pretty. It did hit this area. It did. But nothing like it did in the other areas because the inventory.
Do you guys want to know what the funniest part is to this whole thing? I'm just going to make a comment, not to try to manifest this. I guarantee you he doesn't even remember my name.
Okay.
So if he doesn't even remember my name and he's telling me all this information. Gotcha. Okay. Well, dude, that sounds like there's opportunity out here for us to go out and write an offer on a property. What's the time frame you think with like normal construction of a flip? I know you said you're flipping properties right now. Do you think it's realistic to get something done like in 6 to 8 weeks?
Yeah, depending on it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess that's kind of my criteria. The next part, like I'm not really looking for anything like a tear down or fire burned properties. Nothing structural, foundational. I'm trying to ease into the new market. So with that, like anything cosmetic, lipstick, I'm sure a lot of the stuff that you'd probably be interested in flipping too. Another option I'd be open to is, even if possible, if you found something that might be a little tight for you, I would love to take a look at it. And then if you wanted to wholesale it to me, we could run it that way. And then I don't think that's ran through the brokerage, but you could get a wholesale fee or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty creative.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Cool. Is there anything specific you need from me, or what would be the next steps to try to get a deal before the end of the year?
I can get you signed up on our on the listings that are on the market now and what you're looking for, where you get
expectations.
Emails of anything new that comes on the market. Oh, you asked me about wholesalers. I deal with a ton of the wholesalers in this area, man, and it's all terrible.
Really?
Like these guys, yeah, they're
ARV like 600, it's worth like 300.
Yeah.
Renovations
exactly.
50, it's actually like 100. Yeah, I get it.
They're all full of crap.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they don't know I'm a realtor because I see everything.
Sure.
And it's like
so a guy that has bad taste in his mouth about wholesaling, how do you flip the script while also keeping expectations? Let's
There
watch
are
this.
people that do,
Sure.
and sometimes they get them sold.
Mhm.
I do not take chances in those areas.
No, for sure, for sure. And at the end of the day, I mean,
Yeah.
just to be fully transparent, I know a lot about wholesale just because we've done it in Arizona, but I work
Yeah.
off of transparency. I mean, kind of how this conversation's gone. I won't wholesale anything without you being on the same page and even being 100% aware of the move before we do it. But on
Yeah.
top of that, I mean, we put up non-refundable earnest money. I sign these contracts because once I commit to the deal, I'm in. So that's how we run our business model.
Okay.
I don't really believe in playing games or beating around the bush. I'm pretty straightforward. And then the only other thing I would ask is, I love how you mentioned setting me up on a search. I'm not opposed to that at all. The only thing I will say is that I'm a younger investor, so I absolutely suck with emails. That's my first thing. The second piece is that while I don't know what I don't know in that market, I don't want to blow up your phone asking you a bunch of questions about some stuff. What I would appreciate is, if possible, is if you found something on that list too, I'll take a glance at it and I'll have my team look at it too every day. But if for whatever reason something pops up or catches your eye, if you could just call me or text me, that would be much more preferred. I'd be able to respond a lot faster.
That'd be good.
Cool. And then,
I will say this: there's not a lot out there right now.
Okay.
I will say that.
Okay. That's not a problem. I mean, I'm honestly,
everybody's holding up. I think everybody's holding up to after the first of the year, just because holidays, not a lot of people are looking to buy. But it's, and not a lot of people.
I said that.
Because they've got all the Christmas stuff up and all that, so it's a little tougher right now. But.
Sure. Well, and what we could always do too is, if we find something now, I don't mind putting a little bit of a longer close. I just got one that we actually got under contract yesterday, and we put honor before, I think it was January 20th. So we're waiting on the sellers to see if their contractor can get their new home done in time. And if they can, great. If not, we still close at the beginning of next year.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. And then only other question I have, just because again, I shoot straight and want to be transparent. Is there any issue on your end if we were to wholesale anything?
No.
Cool. Yeah.
No,
I didn't think so. Just want to make sure we're starting our business relationship off on the right foot. I'll save your number, and if there's anything you need from me, just let me know. And then, is it best if I just text you over my contact information?
Yes. Yeah, that would be great.
Awesome.
And I'll send you all mine.
All right, perfect. Well, dude, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time today. And then if there's anything that pops up, let me know. I'm ready to go.
Sounds good, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Are these agents ready to go in Knoxville or what?
Man, like freaking Michael Jordan. Just.
I love getting to be, see all these calls being made. I think it's so super valuable. If you guys find value in this, drop it in the chat, because I love to get to pick those gold nuggets up from what you're saying in these conversations. So awesome. But it's really you just, setting expectations, making things clear. I love how you put that out there for anybody that has had fear about bringing, hey, I'm wholesaling, or sometimes we wholesale to agents. Some do it, some don't.
Man.
Yeah, you were right, right on the point there. So I thought that was super valuable to see that transparency out there and to use wholesale. I love the way that I don't know if this is intentional about the way you set it up, but I notice you do this sometimes where you bring up, and maybe we would wholesale it to somebody else, or you'll talk about
if you wanted to wholesale a deal to me.
So you'll talk about somebody else wholesaling, and that I feel like brings in a really easy transition to talking about wholesaling as well, where it wasn't you saying we wholesale to start it off. I don't know if you do that intentionally, also, but it's
100%.
Awesome.
Like, how did I say that the one conversation I don't do? I said I don't call and say, hello, my name is Ryan, I'm a wholesaler, and I'm looking to give you an offer on a property that I have no intention of purchasing and selling it off to somebody else without you knowing. That's the game most of your competition's doing in agent outreach. They're mass texting. By the time they call, they're reading off of a script. Or the third is that they're trying to justify something that they actually don't know what they're speaking on.
Yeah.
And that's your competition. Like, you don't need to have it all figured out. You guys want to know how many times I've been to Knoxville?
Zero.
I am 4 for 4 on conversations. We are just slinging these back and forth right now. And Landry, I love that you brought that up. Like, I think that, yes, I do it intentionally, but I do it as building rapport. I showed everybody the quick 1-2 minute convo. I showed you guys also it could go 5-10 minute conversation. Look what ends up happening. By the time I built all the rapport, I even asked again twice. I was like, bro, would you, just to clarify, make sure I'm transparent, shooting straight. Tell me if this is an issue. Would you have a problem if I were to wholesale the deal? No. Okay, cool. Just checking, making sure, testing the waters, seeing how it all is. Like, we're good.
Have you ever thought about, starting to get properties in Knoxville?
So we've been like kind of quietly working some deals in Tennessee at the moment.
Okay.
Smaller market, not really sharing too much info yet because I'm trying to take it over. But Tennessee, I love. I've got family out there, and that's kind of
where I am.
Yeah, that's where my family's home roots are originally from. My family migrated from Tennessee to Chicago for factory jobs and for opportunity. And then from there, my mom and dad took us from Chicago to Arizona. So my ties being in Tennessee, I love it. I love I think it has like that Midwest charm, but it's just a sense of like, you actually care about the people around you. It's not that West Coast snobby mentality.
It's a good spot. I love Tennessee. Cool.
Love
well, yeah, love that.
Let's keep going.
All right, who's next?
Zach.
4 for 4.
Swear, Zach ruins it. Just kidding. I can't be upset if he doesn't answer. Shooting 80% contact rates. Crazy.
Crushing it.
Zach. He couldn't handle all the energy we're bringing today. On to Chris. It just started too good. Oh, he answered and hung up.
Oh.
No, you're good. He's going to call back. Play dumb. Sky, all right, Patricia. I wasn't going to acknowledge the comment, but yeah, we're going to jump this guy. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh my gosh.
This one just has a more confident ring to it.
The nerve, she says. That's funny.
This one's definitely an office line.
Good afternoon. We're having a great day here at Keller Williams. How may I direct your call, please?
I think I might have called the wrong number. I was looking for Amy, but is this the office that she works at?
What's Amy's last name, please?
Let me check.
I don't have.
Gotcha. Okay, no worries. Is there anybody in the office right now that could assist me? I'm trying to find someone that could help me with purchasing a property.
Okay, what's the address on the property, please?
So I'm a really bad buyer. I don't have a specific one. I'm just looking for a realtor to start. I'm interviewing a couple at the moment, and I honestly, if possible, I'm not sure if you're at the office, but I would love to talk to someone that's there right now if they are.
Okay, I'll be happy to see if I can find someone for you, okay?
Cool. Thank you.
Give me just a moment. Thank you.
No worries. All right. Give me some elevator music.
Yes.
All right. Got a little like dance moment intermission.
It's pretty good. I like this. It's a good tune.
Man, I'm predicting it all. I'm like, this is a total office number. I can tell by the ring. You're giving me elevator music. It's like I almost worked in a Keller Williams.
Yeah, it's almost, that's really weird. It's almost like you have.
I mean, maybe. What did I do? I gave her the last name. I wanted to make sure I was muted, but I also wanted to verify with her that I don't care if it is this agent or if it is somebody that is in the office, but I want the best one and someone that is in the office working on Thanksgiving week. You're 2 hours ahead right now, I think. So it'd be 3:38 or is it 2:38?
It is 2:39 right now. Yeah.
Great. So 2:39 p.m. We're catching them on the week of Thanksgiving in the office working. The only wrong answer here.
It's later. Now that I think about it, they're probably Eastern in Knoxville, so it might even be 3:39. Yeah.
Okay. So what I want to make sure of is that the only wrong answer here is that I don't have an agent in the office. That's the only wrong answer. Aside from that, I'm not leaving a voicemail. I'm not getting transferred to somebody. I'm not going to go on an Easter egg hunt here. We got stuff to do.
Yeah. Yeah, Megan. Yeah, 3:39.
Cool. If you guys are finding value in this, I've not asked this before. If you guys could subscribe, I'm trying this whole YouTube thing. I am like this close to 3,000 subscribers, and I have no idea what the hell I'm doing on YouTube. So
Yeah,
just want
you
to say,
deserve it.
I just want to say thank you first off for those of you that are here that have subscribed. This show I love doing. This is exactly my business. This is where my comfort zone is, and hopefully you guys get that vibe based on how I have the show. So I appreciate you guys. The only thing I ask is if you can share this with a friend and then subscribe. Would love to be able to provide more value to more people.
Okay, let me transfer you to Chris Ball. It'll be just a
Cool.
moment, okay?
Thank you. You said his name is Chris?
Be
Cool.
just a moment. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hold on.
Brandon, if you already subscribed, bro, I love you. Appreciate you.
Like it then.
Yeah, like the video, share it with a friend, share it with a realtor, share it with whoever. Appreciate you. Man, I'm committed to this. We're just...
Yeah, I'm waiting for this match.
Brandon, do not pull that. Should unsubscribe based on what my Bears did to your Raiders. Do you understand how difficult this season has been for me watching the Bears blow a 28-7 lead to the Broncos and then blowing the lead within the last 3 minutes? What, 2 days ago to the Lions? Like, dude,
Wow,
they better
things
hope
are
I
rough
make
for you.
money. If I make enough money to buy the Bears, I'm pulling some Gary Vee shit. I'm cleaning house. Like,
Yeah. Gosh.
no, I'm just kidding. I'm way too emotionally invested in the Bears. I can never buy them.
Yeah.
Hopefully they just turn it around one of these days, and I could be happier.
Yeah, that would really improve your life.
It would very much. Very much. No, but I actually, it's funny. My second favorite team, I just like had this happen last year after watching my team absolutely suck as many years as they have. Got to go with my other hometown, which is Tennessee. So go Titans. Not that they're not any better, but.
Okay. And what's your first name, please?
My name is Ryan.
All right, hold on, Ryan. Thank
Cool.
you.
This is why it's important to ask for the hardest working realtor in the office. Even if you have to wait a minute, this is okay. It's fine.
Oh no.
Somebody take a screenshot of that.
Hello, Chris Ball.
Hey, Chris. My name's Ryan. I just got your number. Or I guess I got transferred to you from the receptionist.
Yeah, how you doing, Ryan?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good.
Awesome. Well, dude, I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you taking my call. I'm trying to find an agent that could help me with purchasing some properties in Knoxville. I'm based in Arizona, and I'm an investor, active. I fix and flip, got some rentals and stuff. But the market just got a little tight. So we're expanding out to different markets, and I'm trying to find an agent that could help me. Obviously, probably not the best week to start calling people that are out of town and all that stuff. But I mean, it led me to you. So I think that's probably a positive.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
So,
well, I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm trying to just honestly open up this new market. So we've got most of our stuff in place. We're reaching out to some hard money lenders. We've got some private lenders that we do flips with already in Arizona. We are still looking for a title company out there. I don't really have a recommendation for that. And then the only other missing piece is a realtor. So what I kind of need from a realtor is that when we fix and flip the properties, we would need someone to help us list it on the end. And then on top of that, obviously don't want to waste your time, but maybe a purchase contract here and there, along with some guidance and advice on if the property I'm buying is a good investment.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem at all. What are your, so are we doing, what type of property investments are we doing? Mainly flip?
Yeah, so fix and flip for sure. I would say mostly under like the $500,000 price range, but it just kind of depends. So I don't like giving a vague answer because I'm not the investor that buys everything. I think it's probably easier to tell you what I'm not interested in, which is going to be like any substantial remodel. No tear downs, no fire damage, no moving around like square footage or adding anything to the property. More of just like cosmetic lipstick remodels as I ease into that market.
Okay. I got a really good one coming up.
Dude, this is like my favorite conversation.
Do what?
I said, this is my favorite conversation of the day. You got one. You got one coming up. All right.
Yeah, like a 95-year-old lady that had this house built, one owner. It's very nice. It's just, it will need completely updated. But all structural bones and everything are fabulous. We just like wallpaper and such. I think we're going to list that one for either in between 425, 450. I've got comps to support it if it was updated, like turnkey. Let's look. You might have 550.
550. And how much? Like, how big's the house?
2750.
Okay. What do you have? Kind of like the renovation cost. Just my only concern is a bigger house is obviously going to cost just a little bit more money.
I mean, it's gonna it's all lipstick stuff, but you're gonna need to do new floors, new paint, update kitchen, bathrooms.
Okay. Do you like work with other investors? Like, if I can kind of like spitball like what I have a cost of renovations, like an estimate, could you tell me if I'm like in a proper ballpark or not?
Yeah.
So normal like cost per square foot in Arizona, I'm around like $35 a square foot, maybe up to 40. But obviously, if I run that on like a 2,700 square foot house, I'm pushing close to six figures in a remodel. I've found that I don't like taking shortcuts, but I can usually save a little bit of money if I buy some stuff in bulk, or if I could work out something with like a contractor. But I'm thinking maybe like 75, 80, assuming there's no like major big ticket item repair. Does that seem accurate?
Let's see. I'd say, yeah, I'm thinking probably 30, $35 a square foot.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, and just to kind of
maybe 25.
Okay. Cool. Well, if you got a minute too,
I mean, it's basically.
If you got a minute, I could share with you kind of how I run my numbers, man. I don't want to like waste time or anything, but I could definitely like be open on like how I run my numbers just so we can make sure like it makes sense. I think that one I'm probably not going to be the buyer on. I would be a little bit below that price. Maybe we could work something out before it goes market, or if like you represented both sides or something like that. Really what I do is like I take like that after repair value, like that 550 you were talking about. I'm going to multiply that around like 96%. That 4% usually just covers the cost of like closing costs, commissions. If we could work out like a deal with the list side when we turn around and flip it, and then just some holding costs. So when we're at 0.96, I'm around like 528 minus like a 75,000, 550 times 0.96 minus about like a $75,000 remodel. I'm at 453. And then we like to make a little bit of money. I don't need to make like 70, 75 for how much we put in. But if we wanted to make like 55, 60, we're probably like right below 400, or maybe at best, depending on if that ARV could go up a little bit, maybe around like 405.
What are you looking to make off a flip each time, like minimum?
Yeah, so
did you just go by those numbers, or like?
Great question. So minimum is like 30, but if we're gonna put in like 75 to make 30, I was doing that in 2020, 2021, and it was great. But just to be very transparent, I got my ass kicked last year. And so we're trying, if we put in 70, 75, minimum on that would be like around 50. Usually what we want to do and what we've been doing in Arizona is like, if we put in 60, we want to make close to 60, but I understand going to a newer market, I'm not expecting to go and make hundreds of thousands of dollars as I start flipping. We're getting comping done right now, and I don't even have an address. Like,
what about you pick one up for 150 and you sell it for 215?
215. I would say it obviously depends on the price per square foot. It would depend on the square footage of the home, the condition. But ballpark, if I was after repair value 215, we would probably be around, probably around that 150 range, assuming it's nothing like crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. And those, honestly, I love those. Those ones I can work out numbers a little bit easier, just because if you put in 30 and make 30, that's not taking hundreds of thousands of dollars off of an offer price.
Yeah. All right. So you're looking for the smaller, maybe close to campus style homes right now, right?
That would probably be a better fit at the current moment. I would take a little bit more chances as we can get more familiar with the market. And then obviously as our relationship grows, I would expect at a certain point, you could call me and just say, hey, Ryan, you'd be dumb not to take this deal. And I would 100% trust you.
Okay.
Cool.
And then, Ryan, are you talking to multiple realtors in this area?
Yeah, so I told the receptionist I have been reaching out to just a few today. Full transparency, you're the third one I've talked to today. I haven't done this any other day though in Knoxville. So this is my first day. I was kind of, I'm not trying to give away all my cards, but calling the week of Thanksgiving, seeing who answers typically shows me who is willing to go to bat for me. And obviously I understand holidays and family and all that stuff, but real estate to me is a lifestyle and it's something that I'm 100% committed to. So the partners that we have based on the volume we do, I kind of want the same.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But also too, I mean, in Arizona, I've signed buyer broker agreements or contracts with the realtor on the contract or on any property specific that you guys send to us. I have no issue with loyalty and I'm never going to go around you on any transaction. My whole goal is just to be efficient and, just, I think, again, being transparent, most realtors don't answer their phone. So I would really love for us to have this relationship. And then from there, I mean, anything you come across, I could give you a buy price just like how I did on a property without an address.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you would, actually, let me see. I think I got it for me. And I've got you at 480-612.
You got it. That's perfect. Myself.
Yeah. What other questions do you have for me?
Honestly, that was pretty much just it for today. I'm just trying to establish the relationship. And then from there, I mean, if I were to like have to set like an expectation, I don't know if I'm crazy or not for this, but I would love to buy one before the end of the year. I don't need to use any crazy line or anything. I mean, obviously it helps with taxes, but at the end of the day, I mean, I'm ready to go. So I could sign a contract today. If you have one that's coming up, like that listing you had mentioned, I don't mind even just submitting over a verbal offer if that's easier for the sellers. So we're not wasting your time putting together any paperwork if she's not going to accept it anyway. So whatever is easiest for you is easiest for me. But then from there, the only other thing is that I just want you to know I'm ready to go. So whenever you were to find something, if you could text it over to me, that's the best form of communication. And then if there's anything I need to sign or anything to disclose that I'm not going to go around you or anything like that, I don't have an issue with that either.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about that.
Cool.
All right, cool. Yeah, I've got a couple that I think are coming up, but I need to check with them and make sure that the numbers make sense for you.
For sure.
And then, yeah, I'll keep my eye out. If you would, actually, I'll text you my name and my email, and that way you've got my phone number. And then also, Ryan, if you'll text me your email, that way I've got that I can shoot them over to you as well.
Yeah, not an issue at all. And then if there's anything else you need from us, just let us know. My whole goal is just to be the easiest person ever to work with. I found in business, just being transparent and straightforward, at least in real estate, has gotten me this far. And so I don't want to waste anyone's time, especially the person that I'm asking for help from.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that.
Cool. Well, yeah, dude, thank you so much again for taking the time. I appreciate you. And then if you could just send me over a text, I will send you over my contact info and then my email, and then look forward to getting a deal with you.
Hey, will do. Thanks, Ryan. Have a good holiday.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Every time. I mean, come on. This was probably one of my favorite handful of conversations that you've had on
I'm gonna stop while ahead too. So we're gonna call it there. We got 7 minutes. Let's open this thing up to some Q&A. I mentioned I had two things we were gonna talk about. The second one, it's the season of giving. We are doing a 2-hour free training. There's no catch, no gimmicks, no anything like that inside of my Discord tomorrow. I can't even tell you what we're going to talk about because I don't know yet. We actually have a poll inside of our Discord with 4 different topics for people to vote on. The last I checked, A and C, which I don't even remember what they were, are tied for like 15, 16 votes each. So if you guys were looking for some free coaching training, me spitting some free game for 2 hours, it's going to be crazy. I expect there to be probably 50, 60 people that show up that are there from start to finish. Who knows? I mean, you never know what people's schedule is around the holidays, but my whole goal is to provide value and just be a resource for you guys. On top of that, just like we do the show, I'm not selling anything on that live. I'm not trying to get anything out of it. What I want to get out of it from giving is the ability of collaboration. So if that means I could get a deal, fantastic. If I don't get a deal, no sweat. I hope that means that you guys are able to go and do deals together. I'm not buying in every market. If you guys didn't know what I do on Agent Outreach Live, this show, inside of the markets where I'm not actively going and doing deals, this is a perfect example of Knoxville. These realtor relationships, I pass along to people inside of our Agent Investors Discord community for free. No
So
catch.
awesome.
My students obviously get top priority if it's their market. But if you guys were looking for, hey, Ryan, who is that realtor you talked to in Knoxville? I will send you their information. The only thing I ask, don't be a shithead.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's it.
You're like, I just set this up for you, buddy. So make
I
sure
gave you a 2-foot putt. If you miss, I have to break your face.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, that's it. And that's just with all due respect and love. But with that, I would love for you guys to be a part of it. Let me throw, here it is, agentinvestors.com/Discord. If you go and fill it out, this is my actual website. It will send you the Discord link. The link is also my Instagram bio. It's all over social media, but we're going to be rocking, jamming out for 2 hours straight tomorrow. Let me pull up the topics just so you guys can get an idea of what we're talking
what are
about.
those?
So A right now is, C took the lead. So A is comping and underwriting. If you guys want me to comp properties and underwrite properties with you, I will gladly do it. B is agent outreach. If you want to see part 2 with a little more in depth and actually using batch leads and showing the numbers and all that stuff, because it's not on YouTube, more than happy to do that. C is how to utilize the MLS to find deals, buyers, and agents all in one. And then D is, oh gosh, Nav. He said, why is Ryan a freaking Bears fan?
Oh.
Okay, please do not vote for D.
He's always calling people out on their teams.
C. C is the one in the lead at the moment, but it is 100% up to you guys. I would love for you guys to come and hang out. Please feel free to pop in. Aside from that, other link we got, obviously, BatchLeads.io/Zolin. You guys can get a 7-day free trial. This is 1,000 contacts of realtors you could go and pull. You guys can go and do the same thing. Landry, it's 1,000, right?
Yeah, it's 1,000. And you guys, I mean, what? I think you made a total. There was 2 people that didn't answer, but I think you made a total of like 5 calls today. So anybody, I mean, I just have to put it out there because I've heard it, the whole time I've worked in something like this with Batch. If you can do it in seconds, 7 days is enough. I feel like sometimes we're like, well, I wish it was a month. It's like, why though? It's like you can do a lot of this stuff in seconds or minutes, especially with all of this value. And if you guys are in Batch Leads, there's lots of ways to find the community as well. If you need a lot of help with the software, obviously I can help you guys with that. But utilize, that week and take a couple minutes to do exactly what Ryan did. I just love it.
100%.
So easy.
And also, it is at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it is 9 o'clock Arizona time. It's free. There is no sign up. I'm not even collecting emails to try to spam you with a bunch of stuff on why you should pay me money. I don't care. I don't need it. I do what I preach, and I, knock on wood, have made some money doing that. So what I would love is for you guys to be a part of that, to just take advantage. I mean, obviously I understand it is holiday season, but season of giving, come and hang out. Abraham, yes, can't announce that yet because it's not Black Friday. My team told me I'm not allowed to. So cool. That's all I got. Landry, what do you have?
I mean, I just, every single time, I think it's great for anybody that's once again getting started in this, like some of the really simple things that I feel like you do almost on every call. What stands out is you're always talking to the realtor to have them help you out. I think that really puts the ball in their court, which is, obviously an agent doesn't want to receive a call from somebody that's like, I know everything, let me tell you all about it, and then rely on them for help. I just love the way that you position that. I love the way that you position where you get their info. There's no secrets there, and just really crush all of those limiting beliefs. Yeah.
Oh, one person was like, Batch Leads. He's like,
they're like, cool,
oh, yeah.
Appreciate it.
Like,
yeah. So yeah, no, just really just love all the calls. I think it's so awesome what you are putting out on these lives. So I hope that you guys get a ton of value from it. I love to be a part of this show and get a ton of value from it myself. So
love it. Well, Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you all have a very, very happy and safe Thanksgiving. And then on top of that, I hope to see you guys tomorrow before that too. Love you guys. We'll see you next week. Peace out.